3-2 from Gallegos. And he hits it on the ground behind third. Arenado will make the sidearm throw high, and it sails away. Escobar scores. Canna took the turn, but he goes back to first. The game continues. It's 2-1, and the Mets on the tying run at first base. And Dom pulls one over the bag. Goldschmidt with a sprawling stop. The race to the bag, and Dom is safe. And 2 runs score, and the Mets take the lead. Unbelievable. Goldschmidt with a great play, but Gallegos slow getting off the mound, and Dom Smith beat him to the bag. Jankowski and McNeil both race home, and the Mets lead it 3-2 in the ninth. Brandon Nimmo crashes one down the right field line just inside the foul pole for a 2-run homer on the first pitch thrown by T.J. McFarland. This is now a 5-run top of the ninth inning, and the Mets lead it 5-2.
What an inning by the Mets.
5 unearned runs with 2 out of the top of the ninth. And Segura lines one to center. On comes Nimmo, diving, and he made the catch. Nimmo with a splendid play to take a base hit away from Segura. 0-2 coming to Herrera. Struck him out. McGill goes upstairs to fan Odubel Herrera. Tyler McGill, 5 hitless innings, but he is out, and Drew Smith is in. And he struck him out. And Hoskins popped it up in foul ground. Alonso's got room. Side retired. 8 hitless innings for the Mets pitching staff. 3 more outs to get. And now Edwin Diaz will bid for the save in a 3-0 game, looking to complete it. He struck him out! 5 Met pitchers combined for the second no-hitter in New York Mets history. Edwin Diaz puts on the finishing touches, striking out the side of the ninth inning, and the Mets celebrate their second ever no-hitter, started by Tyler McGill, finished by Edwin Diaz, as the Mets no-hit the Phillies. And he drives one to deep right center field. Forget that. That is way out of here. That's the way to break a slump. Francisco Lindor with a monstrous 2-run homer. His 5th home run of the season to cut the Philly lead to 7-3. Alonso at third, McNeil at first. And Canna hits one back to the pitcher. It banks off him. He recovers, makes the throw, not in time. Alonso is in. It's 7-4, and the Mets will get the tying run to bat in the ninth. Now behind on Davis, 2-0. And JD rips one down the line. That's an extra base hit. McNeil will score. Canna to third. He'll be held up there. It's an RBI double for J.D. Davis. It's 7-5, and the tying runs are in scoring position. And Brandon gets the curve and lines it into center field. A base hit. In is Canna. Here's Jankowski. He scores, and the Mets have tied it. Brandon Nimmo with a 2-run single. The Mets have scored 6 times in the top of the ninth to tie this game at 7-7. And Starling unloads one deep left center. Back to the warning track goes Herrera near the wall. It's off the base. Here's Nimmo around third. He'll come in to score, and the Mets take the lead. Unbelievable. Starling Marte with his 3rd consecutive hit drives in the go-ahead run with a double, and the Mets with 7 runs in the ninth lead it 8-7.
The best thing you can say if you're a manager of a club is that your team plays hard every night for 27 outs, and you're rewarded with comebacks like this.
And Alonso cracks one, and the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. A 2-run bomb into the second deck for Pete Alonso. And just like that, the Mets walk off with a 7-6 win. Oh, wow. And he hits it on the ground behind the bag at third, and it goes under the glove of Anderson. Here comes Canna with the tying run. Nito hits to second, and he makes it safely. And the Mets have tied the game in the 10th. And Brandon hits one back to the mound. Bobbled for a moment by Scott. Throws one and threw it away. Here comes Nito, and the Mets win it. Oh, wow. The Marlins melting down 2 out to win it 5-4.
Here you go. Max Scherzer signs that deal for $130 million. And as David Cohn said, he's done just about everything in his career except pitch in a Subway Series. Got it, swing in the crowd. Rooting for the Mets loves to see that. Max Scherzer picks up his second strikeout, and he wins that battle.
Don't favor Aaron Judge. Wants to make sure he does not barrel anything.
Felt like a slider set up, and it was a slider set up. He punches out Judge for the second time tonight. He's got 5 strikeouts, Scherzer. Got him to chase. Max Scherzer sets down Judge for the 3rd time. And he walks off the mound on his birthday after 7 innings of shutout baseball with 6 strikeouts. Marte will win. A shot in the left field, and the Mets, thanks to Escobar's leadoff double, plates the winning run. Starling Marte, the hero tonight. Mets win it 3-2.
And he's got his first of this game at 102.
2-2 to Swanson.
Struck him out. And there's the record. 1,518 strikeouts for Jacob deGrom, the most ever for a pitcher in his first 200 major league starts.
And that's going to be all for Jacob deGrom.
After 5 2/3 perfect innings, he gives up a walk and a home run. And now his first start back at Citi Field in 13 months will come to an end.
And Brett Beatty will step to the plate for the first time in the major leagues with a runner in scoring position.
Gets a breaking ball and hits it out to right. Acuna goes back to the warning track, looks up, and it's out of here. How about that? Brett Beatty hits a 2-run homer in his first major league at bat. Second pitch he sees, and Beatty hits it out of the yard. A moment to remember for Brett Beatty and his family. A 2-run homer, and it's 4-0 New York. And he gets on the first one, hits it deep to left, back toward the corner, right near the wall, and it's out of here! Mark Canha ties the game with a 3-run homer.
2-2.
Fly ball left field, back goes Maton, looking up at the wall, and it's out of here! Mark Canha gives the Mets the lead with his second home run of the day. Unbelievable! Canha ties it in the 7th, gives the Mets the lead in the 9th. It's 9-8 New York. Turner drives one to center, chasing Nimmo back to the warning track right at the fence. He made the catch! Oh, wow! The catch of the year for Brandon Nimmo! He took a home run away from Justin Turner. Brandon Nimmo keeps the Mets in front in this game by bringing one back.
Now Timmy Trumpet takes center stage as Edwin Diaz gets ready to come in looking for a save.
Smith hits one on the ground. Escobar's got it. Spins and fires, and the ball game is over. Edwin Diaz makes Timmy Trumpet proud. He saves it for Jacob deGrom. A game-saving catch by Brandon Nimmo. A 2-run homer for Starling Marte. And the Mets have evened up the series with the Dodgers with a scintillating 2-1 win. 2-2. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. For the first time since 2016, the 2022 New York Mets will be going to the postseason. The 10th postseason berth in franchise history. And along the way, Max Scherzer picks up his 200th victory with 6 perfect innings as the Mets win their 94th game in 2022. And they have clinched at least a wild card. 13 games to go, a 1-game lead in the National League East, and reason for at least a muted celebration tonight as the Mets have made their way into postseason play.